Former police chief David Crawford had his bail hearing today. 28 charges from arson to attempted first-degree murder. Crawford was asked to resign as police chief of Laurel in 2010. Police say that's when things began to unravel. WMAR 2 News' Don Harrison has more on the case.
This is David Crawford, a former chief of police of Laurel. He has been arrested and charged with a dozen arsons from 2011 to 2020 across 4 counties. Thursday, Crawford had his bond hearing. The chief of police of Howard County, Lisa Myers.
David Crawford is being held without bond.
A search warrant was served at his home on January 5th.
A large amount of digital evidence was then processed and analyzed, and along with many other investigative aspects, methods of operation, and such.
Family members of Crawford viewed the surveillance video, and they said it matched his stature and how he moved. Family members said the movement also matched Crawford's unusual gait or walk. This case all came together when one detective was looking at the surveillance video. He thought it looked similar to a different arson fire. He then contacted that detective with a late-night text.
And I believe it was probably 9:30 or so at night, and I reached out to Detective Smith, and almost immediately he sent me a text message back and said, "I'll call you tomorrow. I think we need to put our heads together."
For a former chief of police, some crime scenes had a lot of evidence. The first fire in May of 2011, police found a shoe left behind, the same size that Crawford wore, a black hat, a Bic lighter, and a wooden stick with cloth wrapped around it. Police also found nearby a pair of burned jeans. And the shoe left behind, police found animal hair that was consistent with the German Shepherd Crawford owned in 2011. Nobody seemed to be off his hit list. He is accused of setting 3 fires at the Clarksville home of his stepson, and 1 fire was of the chief of police that followed Crawford when Crawford was asked to resign. In 6 of the arsons, police said the victims and their families were inside their homes. Crawford faces 28 charges from arson to attempted first-degree murder. In Howard County, Don Harrison, WMAR 2 News.